What is happening in there, J Gaming Dude here, and I okay. After a couple of days removed from the closure of Princess Connect Global, which is a mobile game that I've been playing since it first launched every day, um, I pretty much logged in every day, always made some amount of progress or something. It was a really fun game. I say was because the global server is shut down. As of a couple of days ago, recording of this video. Well, actually, what day is it? Yeah, a couple of days ago. Reason why like this video isn't going to come out until like the week after because I'm backlogging a lot of my recordings because I'm going to be very busy in the next couple of weeks or for the next couple of weeks. But in saying that, yeah, this is really unfortunate because it's a game that a lot of people liked playing, and it was really fun, myself included. It was like it felt equal parts sort of idle management in terms of like you're just managing your team in order to get through the stages and stuff, and the game kind of generally plays by itself. That's why I put the word idle in there, even though it isn't necessarily, because you could be fairly a bit more active on it, but that's just not how I played. In saying that, everything started off with the ending server notice that you've got right in front of you here. So this is where it started it all. On the It says the 31st of March, but honestly, I didn't get the message until the 1st of April because being further ahead in time zone doesn't really help matters. And also, it feels like a huge slap in the face because the 1st of April is actually like the main character's birthday as well. So that really was like the amount of memes that came out of the Twitter space, especially when it came to stuff like, main character's birthday, and then immediately just, also we're going to shut down the game in like a month. It didn't, it didn't go over well. Not at all, not at all. Um, as I'm just gonna go scroll down a little bit. Um, yeah, it's just people saying, let's go and play other games. What about if other games go into end of service as well? Like talking about Blue Archive here. Um, yeah, like these are all like from the 2nd of April, 31st March. Um, yeah. I haven't played a lot of Crunchyroll games, and unfortunately, like, it seems that there is a lot of hate for Crunchyroll games at the moment. And I mean, for this one, I'd say so because the thing is that Crunchyroll games have never been able to keep up with updates regarding this game because again, the Japanese version has been out for a few years, so we were always going to lag behind in terms of updates. But it would have been nice if we could come, to parity with the Japanese version when it comes to like say quality of life. There's a lot of things that you can skip and just go through because you don't have to keep going through, like say for instance the dungeons. Once you've cleared a dungeon, you can skip the whole dungeon and the dungeon is done some only once a day. So you don't have to go through every fight in the dungeon every day. You can just hit the skip button, go through, get all the rewards, and then, maybe progress the story a bit, play through the events, fight some bosses, It's totally up to you on how you want to actually handle the game. And everyone can play whichever way they feel like because that's just kind of how this game was made. Um, this comment by underscore Joey is actually pretty good at it, to be completely honest. Which is some tips on making your future game localizations more successful. Don't wait years after the original to start it up. Seriously, do it at the launch of the JP version, or roll the timeline into the JP version, like Grand Blue Fantasy or something. Because yeah, the quality of life in the Japanese version was amazing, almost to the point where I was like, this almost feels like a completely different game. Why is it so wildly different? It should not have been like this. That being the first thing. The other thing is that I kind of had a little bit of beef with translations, being someone who kind of understands a little bit of Japanese, but I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. The other thing was like we were gonna be years behind in events anyways, so that wasn't much of a stretch. But it feels like a bit of an insult that one of my least liked characters was actually one of the last new characters that was to be released, which was the ranger form for Mahiru. So Mahiru is one of the farm characters, alongside Lima, Mahiru. There was also Shiori, and I think there's more as well. Those were the first, like, three that I could remember off the top of my head. Obviously, if I go into the game and have a look, I will be able to remember. But and yeah, Mahiru wasn't a great character, and then to get the Ranger form, which also wasn't great either, was like, oh, that's an unfortunate way to end things. Because again, if following that, we then had a rerun banner of the Oedo Ninon and Oedo Kuka. So Kuka and Ninon, the Oedo versions, which you could get at any time. It's just that their rates were up. So they weren't even limited characters when the closure of the game actually happened. So at the end of the day, it sucks, man. Don't let Crunchyroll touch your game. Even better advice from Justin is here. Facts being spat very, very much so. And then when I went to the actual Twitter to look at the actual announcement of that the game has now officially been shut down. Servers are officially closed. And then this message by Digi Akuma or Digi Akuma? I would pronounce that as Akuma, but whatever. You might as well have terminated the game a month ago, just like that. Even if I played from launch, I would even see the abrupt end of this game as a slap in the face. And that's true, because during this last month of me playing this game, ever since the announcement and the actual shutdown, I have not cared at all about my progression. I've just been logging in each day because it's habit. Hell, I even picked up my phone the day after the actual shutdown, and opened the game, and then it said server undergoing maintenance, and I was like, oh crap, right, the game's already shut down. And then it just kind of hit me a little bit too late. So yeah, it does suck that this has happened. And I feel like I could go on and on. They might as well have, like Digiakuma said, they might as well have just closed it a month ago, because since then I've been just completely active on the Japanese side, on the Japanese servers, and just kind of been playing on there, progressing through the story, and it sucks. It sucks that I've been playing this game, been so heavily invested, more sort of time invested rather than monetarily invested, because after looking back at my actual purchases to this game in my local currency, I spent no more than 30 to 35 bucks. I think it was about 32 bucks or something like that. So honestly, I didn't spend too much money, if at all, because I'm not the kind of person who wails. And that's the idea behind being in a game from the very beginning, is that you're able to keep up with the content as long as you play actively enough or regularly enough. Yeah, hell, you might still even fall behind unless you spend a few bucks here and there. But for the most part, you're generally in a pretty good spot. And that's where I really liked Princess Connect. And another reason why I really jumped into this game when it first started up was because of the way in which they handled their dailies, where it's like, here's a list of tasks you can do once a day. Once you've completed them, you can play more if you want to, or just not, And it was that got me into Princess Connect. Hell, probably a lot more mobile games, a lot more gacha games do kind of hit on that a little bit more. But at the end of the day, this is like me talking with post-server clarity, trying to explain why I liked playing this game, why I enjoyed it, and why I want to continue playing this game, even in the Japanese server, where I was more than happy to burn down all of my progress beforehand in order to continue and keep playing. And the convenience, oh hell, you know what? the convenience of being able to both play on my laptop here and being able to play on my phone and have, the actual progress, share between the two was great. Hell, that's why I'm playing Honkai Star Rail at the moment, is because I know my progress is going to carry over into the PS4 and PS5 versions from the mobile/PC versions that I'm playing between right now. Um, I'm generally playing on the Asia server because that seems to be the easier one in terms of ping, but I've got one less character compared to my Europe one. Because for some reason, the game thought that I was playing in Europe for Star Rail. But anyway, that's enough about Star Rail. This is about Princess Connect at the end of the day. Um, I've lost pretty, like, I had about 101, 102 characters in the English version. In the Japanese version, I'm probably sitting at about 91 or 92. But even so, like, obviously not all of them are leveled up enough. There's a lot of very different characters. The inclusion of things in the Japanese version as, like, these, I'm going to call them Kizuna characters because I don't know what the actual term for them are, where it's like, rather than a single character in a single unit, you've got multiple characters in a single unit. Like, say, the Little Lyrical Girls, Mimi, Misogi, and Kyoka are all one unit in my team that I main. Or I've also got Saren and Akino, these two childhood friends, pretty much almost inseparable since they met up again during the story of Princess Connect Redive. Like, they're one of the best attacking unit, like, as a singular unit, is one of the best single attacking units I currently have in my arsenal at the moment, or at my asshole, depending on how you want to take my pronunciation. But yeah, like, man, like, I feel mad, I feel angry, and I feel disappointed, but I don't know how to word it out. This is kind of just me ranting about how much I like Princess Connect, how much I didn't want it to shut down, and yet it did. And because it did, what am I doing about it? Like, what what is the next step moving forward? What is what is the closure making me do? It is making me jump to the JP version because I want to play more. I know for a fact that I can't really, spend money on gems or anything, but all the more reason, because the game is actually quite fair in that sense. It gives you a lot of jewels. It gives you a lot of opportunities. As long as you kind of have an idea on how to make the best use of that equipment, those items and everything, you know what? You'll have a good time. You'll have a fun time. For me, it was always about the variety of characters, the world, and the story wasn't the biggest draw for me, but the fact that it went the way that it did have me interested. And I'm talking about the original arc, from up to the defeat of the Kaiser, the omnipotent Kaiser, who is like sort of like the big boss of like the first 15 chapters of the story, if I remember right. Um, what else do we have here? Oh, I love it. I love this meme so much. I saw this and I was like so sad. Where it's like, so every time you log into the game, you've got Kokoro who, in says, welcome back. Here's your daily login and junk like that. And then so she's like, Okaeri nasai Aruji-sama, which is essentially means welcome back, my lord. And then she always says that she'll have something ready for tomorrow. And then it's April 30th. You log in the morning. And then May 1st, morning, nothing. May 1st, night, nothing. 2nd of May, during the day, nothing. Oh my god, I need to zoom in on this. Crap, can I actually zoom in? Let's get rid of this. Oh, it's so sad. It's so very sad, this meme. Where she's just sad and waiting. Never make Kokoro sad, man. She's been through stuff, alright? She's been through stuff. This is such a sad, sad meme. Oh my god. Oh, it's insane, to be honest. Oh, and then this one where it's like, that the server is currently under maintenance. Please wait until it's complete. But then the thing is that it never was under maintenance. It was only put under maintenance, so that you could never connect again. Like, this was the pulling of the plug moment. I'm really breaking down just how like this whole thing went. One thing I absolutely love though is like how the Japanese population are more than happy for us to come over and be able to play. And honestly, like, I don't believe I've really sort of seen that as being such an opening of like such an open, welcoming of just it sucks. Man, the Japanese community is super cool about this, and a lot of people who are in the West have likely been playing the Japanese version since its inception back in 2018. To which I say, Jesus Christ, you guys, man. Let me be one of you guys. Let me be one of you. But yeah, I never knew about. Had I known about this game sooner, hell, I would have jumped in a lot sooner, probably. Back in 2018. But yeah, it is what it is. It's, man, just mad respect to the Japanese guys, and also Psy Games for continuing this game. God, I don't know whether to be sad or to be annoyed. I really want to, keep talking about this, but I don't know what to say. Yeah, people are saying, things like thanks for the memories. Um, and again, it's good memories. Kiadu just saying fuck you to Crunchyroll. This this GIF, I've seen this a few times, and it really is sad because like Picodina is like one of the Picodina is like one of the main character, if I were to say, is like, her birthday was on the 1st of April, and it's kind of like the main character of the series. It just, seeing this, and I know exactly where in the anime this is from. Like, you don't want to make the happiest character of your series sad and cry, but sometimes, you just kind of look back, you look at this GIF, and you're just like, you know what? I don't know, man. I'm in bewilderment. I want to talk more about this. I don't know what else to say. I've been going on about a rant about the game. Mechanically, the game is great. I had a lot of fun with it. Otherwise, I wouldn't continue to play it. Otherwise, I wouldn't continually go out of my way to play the Japanese version if I didn't like it, if I didn't enjoy it, and if I didn't just have an absolute goddamn blast. The characters are great. Everyone is fun. I'm sure you'll find a character that you enjoy, and even if you don't actively play it, it's no stress because you can leave the game playing on in the background. The Japanese version is made so well in terms of quality of life improvements over the global version that it's just not even funny. And that is, I suppose, my summary of all of this is just... Is it a summary, or is it just a summary of my rant? Like this video if you like Princess Connect. At least let me know you made it to the end. And even if you didn't make it to the end, hopefully, if you guys play games that are online only as well, and that it doesn't hit you as hard as this game did me, because yeah, a lot of online games are shutting down at the moment, and that's to be expected to some extent. But the thing is that never have I ever been as into an online only live service mobile game as I have Princess Connect. This is my first time experiencing shutdown to a degree that I feel somewhat upset, somewhat angry, and equal parts disappointed. That is all I have to go off of. Enjoy the games that you have for as long as they last, because they certainly will not be forever, which sucks and is unfortunate. Is no way to live, but to know that whatever you like will end eventually. But it is what it is, and is kind of a good reflection on life as a whole. With that depressing thought out of the way, I'll see you guys next time.